This content has been deemed inappropriate for children under 13. Viewer discretion is advised. This is for adults only. Adult collectibles. What's up, you guys? It's ZacJacDan back with another top 10 most wanted list. This time we're talking about the top 10 most wanted box sets for the Marvel Legends, and this is a 2.1 volume of this particular video because I forgot something else. So here we go. The Alpha Flight box set from the Fan Expo in Canada. And of course, it makes sense that they showed this at that Canadian Expo because, of course, this is Alpha Flight is a Canadian superhero group. So here are all of the box sets loose, and I had missed a few in the past. So here are all of them now completely. So I missed one of the Fantastic Four waves, so I've added that to the top left here. I'd also missed the Defenders box set from Amazon and the all-new X-Men from Toys R Us, I think. And possibly that X-Men box set down there for the with the Rogue and whatnot in it. So here they all are. Go back and check out my other video if you want to know any more about who was on here, but this is what we got now. And here is everything updated with all of the boxes themselves for all of the box sets. And again, I have added the Defenders, the all-new X-Men, I think that's it. Everything else was on here. Maybe the X-Men, I think I might have added this. And I also added the new Alpha Flight box on this picture. So that is what the updates were for this picture. List of box sets. So number 10, I say the New Warriors with Speedball, Firestar, Namorita, Justice, Microbe. There's been other people in the New Warriors teams, but these are the ones that I think would fit in very well because we've already gotten Nova before. We've gotten Scarlet Spider before. So those are the ones that I've seen that I feel like we're missing. Of course, Squirrel Girl is coming out here soon, and we already got the Night Thrasher. So number 10, the New Warriors. Number 9, the new X-Men with Ano, Dust, Armor, Elixir, Hellion, Mercury, Pixie, Rockslide. This is definitely a missing link in our collection right here. The only thing we've actually seen is technically X-23, but she was around long before the new X-Men were, I believe. So giving us some of these newer figures would be great, especially Armor Build-A-Figure, a Pixie. Those are definitely mainstream right now, out there all the time. Rock Slide's kind of in the background a lot. You don't see a lot of Mercury, Dust, or Hellion anymore, especially these days in the newer comics, but they're still around. And then Surge, of course, is still out there somewhere. And Elixir shows up every so often. So that's number 9, the new X-Men. And number 8, the Phoenix 5. Colossus, Cyclops, Emma, Namor, and Magic. This storyline was very popular during the Avengers vs. X-Men storyline. And they kind of teased that we were going to get a Cyclops as a Phoenix 5 at one time in the Puck Build-A-Figure wave as a variant, but we never did get it. But they did show us a prototype of it in action figure form. So this would be number 8 on our top 10 list. Number 7, the Runaways, especially now that the Runaways have their own. I think the Runaways would be a great box set. They've already given us a Nico, and I think they could provide us with Old Lace, Gert, Chase, Carolina, and Molly. Also, you could possibly throw in a Victor and an Alex in there somewhere, and a Zaben. So we'll see whether we get this Runaways box set one of these days. Number 6, the X-Men Cosmic. Chad, Corsair, Hezbollah, Lilandra, Deathbird. Give us some of these cosmic X-Men characters. I think that would help to round out some of the X-Men stuff that we need on our shelf. And number 5, as Guardians, I think that we need to get a little bit more of them. Volstagg, Heimdall, Fandral, Hogan. So give us the Warriors 3 that we're missing, whether it be MCU or comic base. I think we definitely need those Warriors 3. Loki as a kid, Executioner, and Throg. They kind of teased Throg for us one time, but we never actually got it. So the Asgardians, that would be a great box set, I think. And I know they gave us a Battle for Asgard. They were kind of random things, random figures. This would be a great box set. So number 4, the all-new X-Men. Again, they gave us this in the Toys R Us box set, but it was classic costumes. instead of these newer age costumes when the X-Men came back from the past into the future as kids. So somehow give us the technically several sets of costumes, because Angel has now got fire wings, and Beast kind of morphs into a um, monster sometimes with horns. Um, Definitely have a lot of potential in this particular line right here. So all new X-Men, number 4. Number 3, the Inhumans. We've gotten Black Bolt and Medusa several times. We've never gotten the rest of them. Triton, Karnak, Gorgon, Crystal, and of course the big dog, Lockjaw. So that would be a definitely pretty awesome box set right there. Number 2, the AOA. I know they've teased us that we're getting some AOA waves. Magneto, Jean, Cyclops, Colossus, Sabretooth, and Wildchild are definitely the tops on my list for this particular box set. They've already shown us that we're getting Morph and X-Man and Weapon X. So there's definitely a lot of growth here, and a box set would probably be a really quick and easy way to get that for us. X-Men. And number 1, the Spider-Verse stuff. So here's a great list of some of the characters that we could see in Spider-Verse. You got Spider-Cat, Spider-Monkey, Spider-Man J, Spider-Man India, Spider-Man, what do we call it, Manga Spider-Man, and then Lady Spider. I think this would be a great box set right here. So for honorable mention for this top 10 list, because that was my top 10 that I showed you there, but honorable mention, I see we got the X-Babies. They kind of teased these back in the Mojo wave, back in the Toy Biz days. Had Colossus, Nightcrawler was Creepy Crawler, Shadowcat was Shadow Kitty, Storm was Shower, Rogue was Sugar, and Wolverine was Wolvie. They also teased the Mighty Avengers, which consisted of Captain America as Captain America Kid and Thor as Thunderstorm. And I think Iron Man's name will be here on this next page here. And Iron Ace, I think was his name. So definitely they tease these guys for us, and I'd love to see these guys actually make their way out to the market one of these days. So number 2 honorable mention is the Fantastic Four with their different colors, red and white. Those would be really cool to actually touch base on one of these days from the FF line and after Johnny came back from the dead. And then the FF team with Ant-Man, Medusa, She-Hulk, and Miss Thing whenever they took over for the Fantastic Four when they disappeared for a while. Definitely missing that particular group of Fantastic Four figures. Agents of Atlas with Gorilla Man, M11, Venus, Uranium, Jimmy Woo, and Namora. Be a pretty cool set to have, but of course it's not top 10, just honorable mention for a team, because I can't see any of these figures coming out individually, so they'd have to be a team. FF Kids, because during that Future Foundation stuff, they definitely had a big role. And then it'd be pretty cool to get a Dragon Man with that too. Had the Moloids and all these, Alex Powers and Franklin and Valeria, all that stuff. Archie and Leech. And Red Ghost with his monkeys, I think would be pretty cool to have. And mention again would be the Frightful Four, Wizard, Trapster, Titania, Hydra Man, Sandman. Different version of Sandman, of course, because we don't need that classic one with the Sandman villain. Stepford Cuckoos would be pretty cool. There were 5 of them at once. They're down to 3 now. The other 2 died. And the Reavers with Pretty Boy, Bonebreaker, Reese, Donald, Pierce. That would be pretty cool, I think. Especially the Bonebreaker. And then Serpent Society is the last box that I think would be pretty cool for honorable mention. So here are some other honorable mentions that have been mentioned in the comment section of my previous video. Some people have said something about the Invaders box set, and I think Bucky definitely needs to have another figure, and both of those Human Torches, Toro and the Human Torch Jim Hammond, would be really good to see in figure form. Also Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, that'd be a 3-pack with Iceman, Firestar, and Spider-Man there. Kind of a small pack, but that's what somebody else suggested. And then, of course, a comic-based Black Order instead of the MCU version that we already have right now. Be great to see those figures come out. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that thumbs up, notification bell, subscribe to the channel. What's up, guys? It's ZacJacDan back with another Marvel Legends Top 10 list. This time we're talking about the Most Wanted Box Sets, Volume 2. I had a few comments before about some box sets we might have missed and something I missed from my previous video. So I'm going to go over that and go over some of the honorable mentions here from these that were mentioned in my previous comments.